Hey, lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me for tonight's celebration. I am really looking forward to this opportunity to just really get to connect with all of you. I love doing these lives because we get to have some chit chat. We get to talk about some beauty things, maybe some non beauty things. And you know that I just love and appreciate all of you. And what better way to spend my birthday and my 4K celebration than with all of you. So thank you so much for joining in. If we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist. And here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you are new, what a great way to start joining in on this community, then this little celebration. Like I said, this was really just a way for me to say thank you to all of you and get to hang out. I miss doing these lives so much. So I really, and I say this every time we do a live, but I really do want to start doing them more. I just need to get my ish together. I'm so glad. Let's see. You all, I think we can all hear, we can all see this is going pretty good so far. So I feel like we're off to a good start. So I just want to take a moment to celebrate everybody in the chat. Deandra, I was super impressed that you were here so early. So thank you so much for being here. I feel like I'm always like scrambling into these lives like last minute. Thank you so much to everybody for all of the birthday wishes. I feel like, is that romper room with like the mirror? Like I see Liz, I see Kara, I see Steven, I see Zana, I see a lot of wonderful people. Let's see, we've got Becky. Hey, Being Bio Girl, great to see you. So thank you all so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hair. We've got a lot of hair love. Thank you. Yes, it was time, y'all. It was time. So I have not done the full like zhuzh to my hair in like a year. I've just been kind of like letting it go, and maybe doing a little touch up, you know. This takes like 4 hours to do. And so I have not had 4 hours of time to dedicate. So it was finally time. And I was like, all right, you should treat yourself after your little birthday adventure in the woods. I was going to do it before because I was like, I kind of want to like, you know, get a little new hair moment. But I was like, I'm going to be kayaking and hiking in the woods. We can wait for the fresh hair. So thank you, Nina. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so we're back. We're back. I'm feeling it in my soul. It always just makes me so happy. So thank you all so much. Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. So, yes, Mel, the internet is working. It is working. It was not earlier today, but we got that on lock. Okay. So tonight, like I said, we're really just going to be hanging out here chatting. I did ask here on my community tab and in my stories on Instagram if anybody had any questions for me. I thought we could do a little Q&A, just a little chit chat, kind of a connection time. And as usual for my giveaway celebrations, I always want to be able to gift all of you. So I do have a couple little giveaway opportunities for all of you tonight. And of course, all of you that are here in the live chat will get an extra chance to be able to enter into that. So if you're here watching the replay, you can still enter. All the details are coming up. But for anyone who was able to make it in, you will have that extra entry. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. So how is everybody doing? Let's see. We are rolling into fall almost, which I just can't believe. I know that we all say that as like the seasons change, but literally, I feel like summer went in a flash. Oh, Stephen, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. I love you, friend. Thank you. Oh, Gretchen, you're a Virgo too. Okay, well, see, then this makes sense. We're uniting in our Virgo awesomeness. I feel like somebody told me that basically like the week of my birthday is the most common week to have a birthday, which if you think about it, if you go back 9 months, it's like winter. Most people have to do kind of thing, you know? So I think there are actually a lot of September birthdays. So yeah, so I hope everybody's doing really well, rolling into the fall. I know for parents, this is like back to school time. So there's like a lot of transition. I know we've got some teachers in here, which is probably an even more difficult transition. I don't know how you all do it. This for me is also my season where I ramp up, you know, as a hair and makeup artist. The holiday and the pre-holiday time is it can get pretty ruthless. So summer is usually just a little bit more chill. I have some opportunity to have a couple short days, maybe take a Saturday off. And then, come September, it's just like I hit the ground running. So I'm ready for it. But it was nice to get to enjoy a little bit of the summer and get to hang out with Jeremy. Just really try to appreciate the few days that we get that aren't either too steamy, too buggy, or too cold here in Wisconsin. So it was good to be able to enjoy it. Oh, really? Okay, I love that. Oh, he's your favorite human. That's awesome. All right. Oh, and I have my little birthday cocktail is a, seltzer. I thought, it kinda went with the vibe tonight with the pink, and it's prickly pear guava hard seltzer from Untitled Art, which I is a company based here in Madison, I think, in Madison, Wisconsin, and actually really like this seltzer. So I'm gonna have my little birthday cocktail with all of you. Thank you, Kelsey. I really appreciate that. Uh-oh. By the way, this is Jeremy in the comments right now. Uh, is it am I lagging? I hope the internet is doing okay. We'll just deal with it. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's just Jeremy. Thank you. Beverage and hair, right? We gotta match the two. All right. So, what I thought I would do is why don't we just start out with a little bit of Q&A because a couple of the people here in the chat had some great questions. So, I thought that while they're here, I could answer some of these. A couple of these were really hard. This was super hard and a couple of these I didn't oh my gosh, I didn't pre-study on. Kelsey, you gave me one that I really should have done some pre-homework on, but I'm just going to have to that means I'm going to have to go with my gut. Oh my gosh. What if I pick four that don't okay, we're going to get into that in just a minute. So let me start out here. Let's start with an easy one. So on Instagram, Beauty Cutie, I think Becky's here right now. She had asked how was the trip that Jeremy and I took. So for those of you that didn't know, my birthday was last week on Thursday, and I was just like, let's enjoy the last little bit of decent weather that we have. And I don't know who I am now because I never would have volunteered to like go out into nature probably 7 years ago, but I really wanted to get some more kayaking in. So Jeremy and I were researching finding a spot that we could do a longer kayak trip, something that would be kind of fun with some rapids. And so we actually drove north of here, about 5 hours up to do the Brule River, the Brule River in Wisconsin. And so that was like a 6 hour paddle. So we had a ton of fun. It was a little cold. It was maybe like 69, 70 degrees that day. And the water up there, it feeds right into Lake Superior. So it was chilly. It was pretty chilly. So we didn't fall in, either of us. We definitely got splashed a lot with very cold water, but that was a great day. We had a wonderful time. And then we also, on the way home, we stopped at the Copper Falls State Park. So we got to see some waterfalls, which was great. And we went for a hike. It ended up being a little bit longer hike than we had anticipated because we did do two spots and it was a little longer. So, we got some activity in that day and then drove home. So it was just a little like 3 day, with the driving back and forth little trip. And it was great. It was just nice to get away for a little bit, disconnect. Like, I think it's good, especially for all of us in a world where we are just so connected all the time. And I think, there's some great things about that. But I think that there's also like it's very easy to get distracted from the people and the place we are in right at the time. So it's nice that we really didn't get great reception up there because, it's sort of like, okay, I'm going to be in the here and the now. And I think that that's really just awesome. And I think also because digital connectivity is so available, we sort of just always expect really quick responses from people, whether it's with work, whether it's friends, sometimes it's like, okay, hello, I emailed you like 30 minutes ago. Where where is that email back? And it's like, okay, calm down here. Like things will get done. So I think that it's just a good way to kind of like take a breath. And sometimes you just need life to force you to take a breath, right? So it was a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm just gonna like get a little I'm gonna get a little catch up here. Stressing us out. That's so funny. They're so worth it though. It's so worth it. Okay, let's see here. Kelsey, are you throwing some shade at us Wisconsinites? I mean, I'm not an OG Wisconsinite, but I guess I am now. Yes, I did actually, and I did get a massage. I went in I actually get pretty regular massages just with what I do, like doing here. I've got my arms up like this, like, all day long, so, but I did have a wonderful massage on Monday, so yes, I did. Okay, so you are also a nature lover. See, I like the fact that we are very well-rounded people. You know, we can do a little nature, we can do a little glam. We like to do it all, right? Dress up, dress down, no makeup, all the makeup. I love that. Yeah, it was a 6-hour paddle, and it was a pretty I don't wanna say easy paddle. I would say it was sort of like intermediate. There were some times that were pretty chill. We had some class 2 rapids, we had a lot of class 1 rapids. There was one spot that was hella shallow. It was just really difficult, and it's called Sucker Lake, and I was like, "I think that this is like, ha ha." At first, I thought it was because it was right after some of the rapids, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be like, ha ha, sucker, you're in the lake, whether you're in the boat or, like, you got dumped." And then I was like, "No, I think it's Sucker Lake," because they're like, "Just wait till you see how shallow this lake is," because it was really hard to find a place where we could paddle. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh, okay. Yes, okay. See, now I know where this is coming down. It's the rivalry. That's fine, Kelsey. We can we can be frenemies. Okay, so yeah, so that was how our trip was. It was really great. Okay, I am going to answer this one. Okay, so wow. All right, Indie Makeup Hall on Instagram asked, "What indie brand do you wish would open a brick and mortar store near you?" I mean, all of them. You know, I think it would be really cool, and I know that there are some brands that, like, are basically hubs for indie, like, more niche brands, but I wish that there was, like, a physical brick and mortar store that could be like a hub. Obviously, you all know that I love Davina. So, Deandra, if you wanna have a little brick and mortar store here, Jeremy and I would bubble wrap. I already told Deandra that, we'd like to come out sometime just because I'd love to be able to see that area. And I was like, "We'll come, we'll help out, you know, you need to put me to work, you need me to put some, like, pans in some envelopes." I would totally do that. So I would love that. I don't think that a lot of people realize how how much work goes into the behind the scenes of basically any business unless you've owned a small business yourself, like, you just don't know, and it would be incredibly hard. I think there's that really hard point between being a very small brand and a larger brand that can sustain, an actual brick and mortar building and extra employees. There's that really sticky, like, growing pain spot. So, you know, I think it's really hard for brands. I know, like, was it BK Beauty was talking, so I saw Lisa J was on, I think it was maybe on her YouTube, and she was talking about, somebody was like, "You should have, you know, your brushes here, your brushes there," and it's like the demand that even just having, you know, like a retail store that you're going through, it just creates like a major influx for a brand. So I know that there's a lot that goes into that. I also would love to have a, like, Lara Faye brushes, for instance. I think that it would be great if there was an actual brick and mortar store in the States that would have their brushes, because I love their brushes. And, you know, not only are they not like stateside for us in the United States, sometimes you just want to touch something, you know, you just want to be able to touch it and feel it. And I think that that's something that is really hard, you know, when you're trying to like find out the quality of brushes. And if you're having to ship them, you're like, well, I don't want to buy a whole set and then be disappointed. So you end up buying 1 or 2, and then it's like you have to pay the shipping and all of that. So I guess I don't know if that was an answer. I'd love to see. Do any of you um do any of you have a brand that you would love to see? I am while you're answering that. Yeah, so Denise, Jeremy did get me into kayaking. So um he is very good at, I was about to say testing my limits, which is hilarious. Um he's really good at, I would say, pushing my comfort zone. Let's go with that. Uh, but part of it is because he makes me feel safe. And I don't mean like safe in a, oh, I'm endangered, but I do not like feeling stupid. I don't think anybody does, but it really bothers me. And so when I'm not very good at something or I don't know what I'm doing, it's very hard for me to lean into something new. And so it's been really great having a partner that doesn't make me feel like an idiot, and there's not something, when I don't know something. So I've been a little bit more adventurous with him. And I think just getting older and appreciating some of these things, like the world we live in, the actual world, the earth itself, has really made me be more of a nature person too. So yeah, and I always like every time we're kayaking, I'm always like, "Thanks, babe, for getting me into this." And then he'll be like, "How about snowboarding?" I'm like, "No, no, no, thanks. I own my own business. I need all my bones. Like uh, sailing down a mountain on a polished piece of fiberglass without brakes is not my idea of a good time." So that's where I cut that one off. Okay. So, Deandra, you'd love to have a brick and mortar here in downtown shops. See, that's just it. That's what I'm saying. Like the overhead that's there, like it's a lot, I mean, it's impossible. And I'm sure, I mean, like, by the way, congratulations on having all your pre-orders done. I saw that in your, what are we calling that now? Instagram channel? What is that thing? Broadcast? I saw that. You are so good at being speedy on shipping. I don't know how you do it. But yeah, that would be really hard. All right, I'm kind of checking in here. Ooh, Liz, that's a great one. A brick and mortar for Korean, Japanese, and Australian sunscreens in the US. Yes, please. That would be amazing. That would be great. Yeah, Becky agrees. Denise, you know what? Give me some time on that. I would maybe go skydiving at some point. Yeah. Yeah, Steven. So Steven said, "Personally, I'm fine with indie brands staying online so they minimize their cost and still create amazing products for us pack rats." Uh, okay, I don't consider myself a pack rat. Wouldn't that mean that it gets like, well, okay, some of the stuff gets shoved away. I try to celebrate it all. I try to be like Ariel, enjoying all of the thingamajigs. And so, I don't know. A snowsuit. I'm sure Jeremy would agree. Don't pressure me. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I totally get that it's really hard for smaller brands to try to take on some of those other costs. Okay, so one more question, and then we will move into, some details on the giveaway and also, box one, because there are 2 different opportunities. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. I don't think she's here yet, so maybe I'll wait because Mel said that she's gonna hop in. So let's see. Sorry, going through. Oh, so all right. So Denise, you'd asked, do I feel like a Kelly or some other name? And I told you that I have a story that goes with this. So when I was younger, and it was my mom that named me Kelly, and when I was younger, I did not like the name. I was like, I don't like this name. I all the time would complain, like, I don't want to be Kelly. I think Kelly is a boring name. I just didn't really like it. And finally, my dad got so sick of hearing me say this. I think I was probably, I don't know, I was probably like 8, maybe 10. And he was like, you know what, Kelly, if you really don't like your name, then choose something and I will pay to have it changed. If you really want to change your name, I will pay for you to legally have it changed. And I was just like, well, I have been Kelly for so long now, though. Like, I I never had anything in mind. I guess I just didn't wanna be Kelly. So he totally called me out on it because, it was like, "Oh, well, now that you're giving me the opportunity to change it, I can't think of anything that I wanna change it to." So I kept it Kelly. It's just so funny, like, and I don't know if he did that on purpose. I should ask him now, be like, "Did you expect me to not change my name?" He probably still would have let me, but I just never, like, connected with that. And the funny thing is, when my little sister, so I sort of come from, I always call it the dysfunctional Brady Bunch family because I've got a little bit of, like, I have a half sister, I have a stepbrother and a stepsister from one side, and a stepbrother and a stepsister from the other side. I don't really like keep track of it like that, but when people are like, "Oh, you don't look alike," I kind of have to explain that. And when my parents announced to me that I was going to have a little sister, my mom said, "And you can name her. You can help name her." And I was like, "Oh, great." So I wanted her to be named Dawn, and she's 5 years younger than me. And my mom was like, how about Tiffany Dawn?" Oh, sorry, Tiff, if you ever watch this, I'm sort of like, I guess, doxing you a little bit here. Uh, and so my mom named her Tiffany Dawn. And for the longest time, I don't know if she still feels this way, but my sister had wished she did not want to be Tiffany. She wanted to be Dawn. And I was like, I tried. I tried. I don't know what to tell you, sis. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you did, Deandra? I love your name. I think it's just so pretty. Oh, hey, did somebody say Indie Expos? That would be a really yes. Okay. Yeah. So Stephen up here, they said, I like how Cleano went to that beauty expo. Yeah. See, I think that that would be really great. Granted, there has to be a lot involved. Like when I was there, uh, it's like, oh my gosh, packaging up. Now, granted, Cleona was mostly there. They did have some of their shadows, but they were mostly being touted for the polishes because it was the Polish and Beauty Expo, but it was like 99% polish. And it's just so funny because to me, in fact, I didn't even quite realize that Cleona had nail polish. I mean, I did when they did the dragon fruit collection, but, the lady next to me, I'm sitting there, like, swatching all the shadows, and she's like, "Oh, are these good eyeshadows?" I was like, I feel like I'm on another planet right now. So it's just very interesting. But I was just thinking about like having to pack up all of those shadows, ship them, like hope that they all make it, ship everything back. It's a lot. But I do think it would be a good way for people, to be able to see, some brands in person. Yeah, Jilly agreed. Yeah, that would be great. All right. So here's the deal. We're going to get into giveaway number one. Like I said, I really wanted to do a little celebration for both my birthday and for hitting 4K followers here on YouTube. And I know in the past I've done some what I think are, pretty big giveaways when I first had started my channel. And am trying to eliminate a little bit of the overwhelm of that. We all know what it's like, sometimes when you get a lot of makeup and it's sort of hard to enjoy it all at that time. So I'm trying to split things down a little bit smaller so that I can do them more frequently and so that more people just have an opportunity to win. So that's why I kind of split this into two. So, as usual, you will have the opportunity to fill out the Google form that is in the description of this video. All I ask is that you take the time to like this video. That really does help me out. For anyone that is watching in the replay, you will need to leave a comment down below just so that I can, see that you were here and fill out that form. You can sign up for one box, you can sign up for both boxes, whatever you would like to do. If randomly the person who wins box one also gets drawn for box two, I will be drawing again. I do want it to be two separate winners, but you can totally put your name in the hat for both. So just wanted to give that detail. So let's see here. I'd love if you were subscribed, but it's not a requirement. So like the video and leave a comment, and I will be giving that secret entry clue in a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into the first one. Okay, which should we do? All right, all right. We're going to do this one. So I'm going to need to get more boxes, by the way, because this is not going to work. That situation is not going to work. Okay, so this is what I'm calling the birthday box. I like giving is one of my love languages for sure. And so I always love giving out some things that I really enjoy too. So that is some of the theme of what's in this box. It's either brands or, actual like specific makeup items that I love, beauty items, I guess I should say. So I'm going to go over most of this. There are some samples, some little bits and bobbles that I'm not going to go into because we would be here till 9 o'clock at night. But I did want to share I guess I would say the majority of what's in both of these boxes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's great to see you, Tahoe girly. I appreciate you coming in. All right. So, Stephen, my love language is you're hilarious. Oh my gosh. You're killing me. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, did they put in a commercial? So, I saw that YouTube is kind of like changing up their ad situation, and I need to go in and see what's going on with that. You as a creator, you won't have the opportunity to choose where ads are put. Something like that. I gotta dig into that. So sorry. Hopefully a chance to get into the giveaway is worth having to sit through the ad. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some of what's in here. So the first thing in here is this M Greengrass Beach Air Dry Oil Spray. And I don't know if Jeremy's still in here, but this is something that we both really like. It is an actual like dry oil that you can spray to I actually personally like putting this on over another moisturizer, just almost, to kind of like lock everything in. It really does have a beautiful sea spray, like not beaches in sunscreen, but more of that like almost laundry detergent-y. Wow, I'm probably not selling it here. It's a clean, fresh scent, and I do really like this, and it lasts a very, very, very long time. Do not spray it on an area that you're gonna have slippery floors. It can get a little dangerous. I also have some skincare goodies in here. So I have some Kiehl's calendula items in here, very sexily wrapped up in this Ziploc baggie for you. You are very welcome. I just didn't want it to leak. I also have the Umbra tint from Drunk Elephant in here. So we've got a little skincare moment. Here's one that I'm actually talking about in an upcoming video. This is the Catrice Powerful 5 Liquid Lip Balm. I used to talk about these a lot on my channel. I love these. If you like a good balmy feeling lip product, this is great. They are a great dupe for the Rare Beauty balms, the original ones that came out, not the like lip oil stain things, but these are great. Let's see, more lips. Let me see if I can find. Okay, let's go over the brushes that are in here. So we have the BK Beauty 108 brush. This is a great brush. We also have the Unit 304 brush. I think I have two of these. I haven't actually tried this yet, but I'm throwing one in. I do really enjoy these Lara Faye face cleansing puffs. They're a little different than like the makeup eraser ones. These ones have like a little bit of a cushion to them, but they are really lovely. So one of those is in here as well. Oh, okay. So I absolutely love these original Haus Laboratories liners. This is in the shade Creep, which I think is a deep blue green, I think. These were just absolutely lovely. I'm wearing the black one in my waterline tonight, and they just glide on. They last a long time, and I really love it. So definitely good. Oh, Jeremy's saying, okay, I wasn't going to call you out, babe. I wasn't going to call you out. Yeah. So Jeremy thought it was like a linen spray or like a room spray. And so he was like spraying it around the bedroom. And I came out of the bathroom the one night and I like almost wiped out. I was like, it was really strong. And I was like, did you spray that that body oil spray? He's like, no, I sprayed the linen spray. I was like, no, you didn't. So we had body oil all over the floor. It was pretty hilarious. Okay, well, here you go. I hope that you get an opportunity because I have BK brushes in the other box as well. So just a little preview, as they say. Okay, so I was just talking about the Haus Labs. So I also have the original Haus Labs bronzer duo. This is in Kindle and Ember. I think this is the one that I have. Let me check. It might not be. It might be the darker one. So this I love. Oh no, I have Desert and Dawn. So here's the one that I have. This formula is so, so nice. So it is the one that's a little bit deeper and warmer than this one. I love these so much. I also really like the new one from Haus Labs, but the original Haus Laboratories one was lovely, and hence I've kept it through declutters. So that is one that I absolutely love. I also have one of my original OG lip gloss loves in here, the Buxom Full On Lip Cream. This is in the shade French Martini. I think this is going to be a great shade for fall, so that's why I threw this one in here. All right, we have, oh, I did this little lip duo. So we have the BK Beauty Luxe Lipstick in Passion, another great shade for fall. I also threw in the Wayne Goss Lip Pencil in Cinnamon. I thought that these two could go really well together. So we've got some nice fall lippies. It's not a Keep Beauty Real Favorites giveaway if I don't add a color fix, y'all. So I have the color fix in Desert Rose in here. This is a great, obviously like rosy shade. I thought I wanted to find something that most people could enjoy wearing. It's deep enough that I think it could work on both cool and warm skin. So doing that. Hey, Peggy. Oh, thank you so much. Y'all are having some moisturizing laughs in the comments. I love that. I also have one of the e.l.f. putty blushes. This is in Turks and Caicos. Really like these blushes, so I had to throw one in. Let's see what else. Oh, see, this is the Haus Labs box. This is the Casa Gaga La Luce highlight. Let me see if I can find mine. See, it's sort of like a one for me, one for you situation. So this is definitely one of my favorite golden highlights. Where is it? Oh, I bet it's in my Shop My Stash. I think I pulled it out. Hold on. All right, so mine's a little loose in here. So, but it is this beautiful golden shade. This is in a very lovely gelée formula. So this is really nice. And even on lighter skin tones than mine, I think you could use it as like a nice blush topper. So I think that that's a great option. You have a makeup bag and mirror in here. I'm trying not to like press my keyboard keys because I do not have enough space in here. We have more makeup brushes. And then I threw in a couple of the scents that I enjoy from Salt, New York. We have these two little travel sprays. Nobody's getting spayed in here. We have Salt and Bee. So definitely two scents on different sides of the spectrum. I was just hoping to try to like get a little bit of everybody's taste. We have some more skincare. We have the Thick Skin Serum from Sashu. And let's see, a sponge, not a sponge tip, a silicone tipped applicator. I'm getting rid of the piece of my hair. You don't need that. A silicone tipped applicator for all of your shimmery shadows. One of the Adept Cosmetics liquid liners. And then I've got some more samples in here. Some things that I really love, like the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. You know, that's my Ride or Die complexion product. Some Pharmacy Green Clean, some of the Rare Beauty products, some Danessa Myricks in here, just some of those other samples. And I've given this one away before, not this specific one, that would be weird, but I've given away the All of You Forever palette from Violet Voss before. And I just love this palette. I put it in my favorite basic bitch palettes video. And I love this palette so much. So I just think, you know, Violet Voss, you don't hear much about anymore. And I really do love this palette. So I wanted to celebrate that. All right, I'm going to put some of this back in here. So we have space to talk about the last couple things that are in here. Please stand by. Okay. I don't know how, you know, when you like put stuff in a box and then you pull it out and you're like, how did I ever get all of that in here? That's how I'm feeling right now. So our last few things that are in here, let me just set this down. And again, this is the birthday box. So I have in here a Sydney Grace 9-pan eyeshadow palette. It is empty, but don't you worry, because in this Sydney Grace bag, there are many things that you can put in your new Sydney Grace palette. So I have, if you saw recently, I don't know what video it was that I was doing, but I was talking about the pumpkin spice latte loose highlighter from Sydney Grace. And so that is in here. I have it and I really love it. It is it's one of the only two. I think I have two loose highlighters anymore that I still kept, and I really love it. So then we also have the Sydney Grace pigment in Firelight Glow. I think that one's actually in both boxes. A cream shadow in Are You Sure, which is a beautiful blue. A lot of this is going to be blue themed, as you see here. And then we have some Sydney Grace shadows. So we have 1, 2, 3. These are more blue themed. There's a couple neutrals in here, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 Sydney Grace shadows in here, more in like a blue color story. And since we're sticking with the blues, I put in one of the Divina shadows. This is 347. This is a beautiful sparkly shade from the Laveau collection. So this one is in here as well. We also have a Pretties for Your Face shadow in the shade The Christmas Witch. I am also going to, in this box, my two shades, the Virgo and the Maiden will be going into this box. If I forget to say it for the second box, Lovelies and Lovesbend will be going into that one, or Virgo and the Maiden. I tell you what I'll do. I'll just let people pick which two shadows they want. So you can pick two of my collaboration shadows with Pretties for Your Face. So you will be set on eyeshadows. Is there anything else? I think that's it for box one. So, all right. Now that Mary Poppins. Now that I've shared box one, I'm just going to kind of come back here and see what did I miss out of. Am I here? My elbow just like bumped That was weird. My elbow just bumped something on my computer. Okay, anyway, that was exciting. Sorry about that. Whew, okay. So I'm just gonna go back through the chat here and see. Yes, Peggy, you did win my 1K giveaway. I'm so happy that you were able to enjoy that. I know, and I know you passed some of that along as well, so that other people could enjoy that as well. All right, time for a sip break here. So, this is actually it's not a sponge applicator, it's one of the, like, rubbery ones. I have although the sponge applicators actually work pretty well too. So it's one of these, like, a hard-tipped one, like the silicone applicator type. But the sponge tips are actually kinda nice. The thing is they're like a pain to clean, so these ones are much easier. Ooh, okay, Jilly, that's good to know. Yeah, I need to start doing some skin rolling. Thank you for reminding me because that's been something on my list. Oh, yay, Becky, I'm so glad that you're inspired to pull that palette out. See, I'm not the only one that loves that palette. Hey, Linda, thank you for hopping in. Oh, Kelsey, you do? I mean, I'm obviously biased, but I do love those shades. Yeah, I did hit the keyboard. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was great to see you. Okay. Yes, they are going to be set. And that's just gift one of gift two. We're just getting started, Deandra. Okay. So let's see. It's 7:40. So I think what I'm going to do is I just wanted this to be about an hour. So what I'm going to do is we will do just maybe two more Q&A questions, and then I'll go into the other my giveaway box. Sorry, I'm trying to read as I am talking and it doesn't really go that well. So I wanted to share a couple other answers. I think I'll do two more and then I'll save the others for a Q&A video that I'll do at some point. So, uh Stephen, well, first of all, it's very funny because I had to laugh because there is a question here. Of all the Stevens you know, why is Stephen Ford your favorite? Can you all imagine who sent that one in? Stephen, you are my favorite Stephen. I do have to say that. But they had also asked, what's a quality in other people that you are drawn to? There are so many things. There are so many things, but I think as especially like when it comes to friendships or just, relationships that I have, I really like having friendships where I mean, everybody says, "Oh, I like someone who's honest." And yes, we all do, but I really think it's great when you have a good friendship when you feel like someone can kind of call you out on your ish, like, or at least stand up for themselves, maybe kind of just say, hey, like that, that really kind of upset me. And you can still kind of like roll on through life. I am not someone who loves confrontation by any means, but I'm also sort of the person that's like, I just want to deal with this directly with you. So I really love people who are just kind of open and honest in, a kind, appropriate way, but really just sort of tell it like it is. Like I just appreciate that. I think, there's definitely a way to do it in a kind way, but really be real. And I feel like, the good friends that I have, we are able to sort of give each other our honest opinions. If it's not that you always need to be giving everyone your opinions, but if somebody has a question and you're like, hey, this is what I think. And I think that maybe what you're thinking about it isn't the way that I would feel. And I still feel comfortable saying that to you. So I think that that just helps us all grow as human beings and, treat each other with respect and kindness. Yes, it is a very Virgo answer. I know. I knew that all the Virgos in here were going to be like, yes. Yes, absolutely. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, it is freshly done. It's getting a little floofy now that I'm getting a little hot in here, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so that is the answer to that. Okay, so another question that I got, I'll do two more. One of the questions that I got, Mel by Grace on Instagram had asked how I found out about Lara Faye brushes because I know that she's really enjoying her Lara Faye, and I think that she heard about them through me. And I found out about Lara Faye from Altogether Atlanta here on on YouTube, and then I think that's also her handle on Instagram. So Alana's in Scotland, and obviously Lara Faye is a UK-based brand, and she had tried them out, and I was like, okay, well, I know that Alana and I have very similar tastes when it comes to not necessarily our makeup, what we wear necessarily, but like the way we apply and what we like to see in brushes. So I was like, I have to try some of these. And just right away, I was blown away with the quality. The customer service has been great. So I've just really appreciated those brushes. And so I was very grateful that Alana, kind of had told me about them. And if you're not following Alana, by the way, you really should be. She's doing a lot more content on Instagram. I think, being a very busy mom, I think short form content is a little bit easier to do. But I just love her. She does longer videos here on YouTube, and I love them. I just feel like I watch them a lot in the morning when I'm putting on my makeup, and I just feel like I'm sitting down with a friend, and she is one of those people. I would bet you anything, Alana is one of those people that when I was just talking about, like, the things that I appreciate in people, she's one of those. All right. Yes. So I do actually have a code for Lara Faye, Kelsey. I actually reached out to them because I said, "Hey, we are so spoiled. We are so spoiled, those of us who are, in the United States and even in Canada, because we don't pay as much shipping. Y'all in Canada pay a lot of shipping sometimes and the duties and everything." But I was like, I think people are having a hard time buying your brushes because there is that shipping cost. So is there any way that I could get a code so that my followers would maybe be more likely to try out your brushes? It's not affiliated in any way, but KBR 20. I'm gonna look now. KBR 20, KBR 10. You're calling me out on this one, Kelsey. Okay, hold on. I've got it here. I just actually talked about it in a recent post, so I'm gonna find that quick. KBR 20. Yeah. So KBR 20 gets you 20% off of the site. And I noticed that it's even worked on like bundle deals and stuff like that. Oh, Liz, yay. You have them all and you love them. I'm so glad that you love them too. I just think that they're such high quality. Oh, that's a great question. They are synthetic brushes. And I know that you are a natural hair girl. I appreciate natural hair brushes as well, but these are really great synthetics. So there you go. Okay, so one more question, and that one was from Jody, and Jody on Instagram is Jodyology, and she had asked, where did that go? I just remember because I was laughing because it was something. Uh, so, how do you plan out and keep track of your video, reel, and post ideas for YouTube and Instagram? And I was just laughing with her because I was like, "Oh, girl, you're assuming that I like keep track and organize all that stuff." And I do to a point. I'm not that great at organizing or planning things on Instagram. Oftentimes, I take pictures and post and like plan out posts, and then I'm like, what was I even wearing in this picture? Like, I don't even remember. Or like, I will have real before and afters and then just never put them together. It's ridiculous. But as far as YouTube goes, if you are a small content creator, it can be tricky because you are really trying to find the time in your life, and it takes more time than anyone knows until you try to do it. Uh, but we can't really do a lot of spontaneous content. Like if there's a new launch and we are wanting to get it, we're wanting to, use the product enough to really be able to speak well on it, to be able to edit and upload a video, do all the things that have to go with that. It's really hard to like, oh, I'll just do that today. No, you're not going to do that today because you have your regular job. You have all the other things in life. We can't really shift around quite that much. So that can be difficult sometimes. And I think that all of us, you know, we have probably put a kink in the works when it comes to life with friends, family, loved one, all that things, because we're like, okay, sorry, I'm going to get up really early in the morning, or I'm going to stay up really late tonight to try to get this content done. So it could be kind of tricky. But what I do is I keep a want to film and a have to film list. So my want to films are things that I can kind of shift around. Like for instance, I have a makeup tag. It's a lipstick makeup tag that I'm going to do next week, but I've had that one sort of like in the hopper for a while. And then there are things that come up that it's like, "Oh my gosh, I wanna be able to film this, like, really quickly." So those ones I try to have time to, like, slip in. So it's really hard. I'm still balancing that, and, it's always that, like, okay, I feel like I'm not spending enough time on YouTube. I feel like I'm spending too much time on YouTube. So it's a delicate balance. So if anybody has the key out there, please tell me. Please tell me. Okay, I love. Oh, hey, Mel, you are in here. Great to see you. Thank you, Mona. I appreciate that. Kelsey, I'm telling you, yes, it's great. I think you will like it. I think you will really, really like it. Okay. Oh, you're a Virgo too. Yes, Virgo power. I love it. All right. So, I will probably save the rest of these Q&A. It'll depend on how quickly I can get through this last box here. But there will be a Q&A video in the future. So if there are any questions that you'd like me to answer in a future Q&A, go ahead and drop them in the comments, whether you are here in the live stream or you are going to be watching in the replay. So for those of you that are here in the live stream, by the way, I do want you to get the opportunity to get that extra entry. So if you are here in the live stream, go ahead and let's do a pink heart. We got pink hair. Let's do the pink heart. You will be able to drop that in, and anybody that puts a pink heart emoji in gets an extra entry into the giveaway. And then I did ask people to put in a secret word into the giveaway form. So the secret word is going to be seltzer. Seltzer. Okay. Another commercial. I'm sorry about that. All right. So I am going to pull up this big. It's not coming in my 31 bag, but I had to pack it in here. Yeah, I'll wait. You all can just drop hearts. You can drop hearts in. Mel, you love the word seltzer? I mean, it is a nice word. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to pull out again in this bag. I have some different samples. Oh, I almost forgot the skincare that goes in that one. So in this bag, I have some samples of things that I will just set to the side, but we'll start out with some of the products. Oh, I have to tell you all, there are 2 products in here that the packaging got a little crinkle dinkled because my clumsy butt this morning, I was in here trying to like move around and like get everything sorted and packed up, and I totally stepped on a couple things, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. So I have these Sonia Kashuk sponges. I have a backstock of these because I really liked these sponges. There's a small mini one that is really great for concealer, and then this one is of course good for all over the face. So those are in here. I have a set of the Luxie brushes. We have, it's actually a really nice set. So you have some face and eye brushes in here. I really like using the Luxie brushes, the synthetic ones, for some of my cream shadows and things. I prefer, especially for things like color fix, even for like the Sydney Grace cream shadows, using a synthetic because I know that I can really be a little bit harder on them when I'm cleaning them to really get them super clean, especially with those, you know, those tough, durable formulas. There's another brush in here for sure. But while I'm trying to dig for that, I have the Sigmagic scrub and cleanser. So this has the silicone scrubber, but it also has the solid. So you're able to like attach this to the side of your sink and be able to scrub your brushes. Because, you know, we all need to wash our brushes more. So this should make you more accountable. All right. So, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in here. So we have one of the Natasha Denona Puff Paint blushes. This is the shade Daria, beautiful coral shade. And then I have this set that I actually got in one of my K-Beauty boxes. This is a finishing powder and brush set. I thought these would go really nicely together. More brushes. I know that I have some lip products in here. So we have the BK Beauty Luxe Lipstick in Self Love, a nice light pink. And then I put in the Wayne Goss lip pencil in light nude. I thought that it would work with Self Love, especially if you want to like nude it down a little bit more. And then I also have the lipstick from Wayne in Hazelnut, which I think will also be a great fall option. I have 2 sets of Glamnetic magnetic lashes and the Glamnetic magnetic liner. So if you are a lash lovely, you'll be able to enjoy those. Ooh. We have the Natasha Denona Jubilee palette. I believe this was exclusive to BoxyCharm. Is that right? I can't remember. But this is this one here. I'm going to put it back in its cardboard. But this is the Natasha Denona Jubilee. And again, this one is the I think I put it as 4K giveaway box. So again, when you do the form, you will select either or both of those. We have a ponyful volumizing ponytail. So you pop this into your ponytail to get more of a boom. I'm trying to like see some of the comments. I'll have to come back. Oh, wish I could do it all. This is why I didn't want to do makeup tonight, because if I'm doing my makeup, I can't chat with all of you. I just miss a lot of what's on in the comments. So in this one, you have 4 of the shades of the Adept liquid liners. We also have one of the Haus Laboratories liners that I was talking about that I love. This is the shade Priscilla. I think this is like an icy blue. Ah, here it is. We have the BK Beauty Big Daddy brush, the 105. So if you are team big brush, you will enjoy that one. We have a small essential lash serum from Babe Lash. Gotta have some lash love. Oh, I knew there were more brushes in here. We have, I know that there are 3 of them in here. I can't seem to find, oh, here we go. We have Sonia Kashuk brushes. These are actually really nice brushes. We have the, I'm going to stop saying we have. Let's just stop there right now. The Ellis Brooklyn Fawn Rollerball. This is a really nice, I think anyone could like this, the layerable scent. So I'm throwing that in. I, of course, had to have some scent in here. And then 4, we have quite a bit of eyeshadow in here. We have the Persona Identity 2 eyeshadow palette. This is a really pretty color story. I'm not going to open it up. And we have the Cab Cosmetics. This actually looks really nice. I've never tried this brand, but the color story looks really nice. This is the Day and Night palette. And then we have the Odin's Eye Alva eyeshadow palette. I have this one and I really like it. It's one of those that I like to pair with other palettes, but the quality inside the palette is really nice. We have 2 of the Cali Glow highlighters from Persona. So you have Laguna and you have Del Mar. So I put 2 in here because I feel like no matter what skin tone you are, one of these would work for you, and one of them you could gift to someone. I don't mind if you have to regift some of this if it doesn't work for you. You know, we're coming up on holiday season. Maybe you have friends, family, other makeup lovers in your life. We have a little NYX set. This has the Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer, one of the eyeliners, the matte finish spray, and then one of the butter glosses. So that's going in here as well. We have some fragrance samples. One of the Korres body lotions in Basil Lemon. So many things. Another moisture essence. Any skincare that I put in here, I kind of wanted it to be like usable for anybody. So this is from Beauty Stat, and it is a squalane essence, or oil, I guess I would say. We have the Clarity Cosmetics Caffeine Kick Under Eye Serum. I hope I'm going to be able to find all this on my vanity when we're done. We also have the Such a Coffee Addict Facial Cream. Jeremy's actually been using some of the Clarity Cosmetics skincare, and I think he said he enjoys it. He doesn't hate it because he didn't give me any horror stories. Okay, so then we have some more samples in here. We have an Amika hairspray and some other samples that I'm not going to go into. We have one of the Kaja Heart Melter lip colors. This one is one of the things that got a little squished. This is the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. I'm so sorry. Everything inside is fine. My foot totally went right down on it. We have a Laneige sleeping mask and a little mini in here. Some other things. Okay, some other samples and things. I'm going to pull out some of these last few things. Like I mentioned before, you will get to pick 2 of my Pretties for Your Face eyeshadows. You can pick Actually, you could probably pick any of them. So I have Lovely's, Lovesbend, Virgo, and the Maiden. So you can pick any two that you would like. And then I do have some other wonderful indie makeup. So this is one of my favorite Sydney Grace cream shadows. This is the shade Master Plan. I absolutely love this one, so I had to throw this one in. And then we have Firelight Glow. This is the same loose pigment that's in the other one. And then we also have Welcome to the Family. So some loose pigments there. We have a Z palette because you're going to need one to be able to put some of these products in, because here in this is all of these single products. So I think that they're not all from Sydney Grace. We have some Sydney Grace. We have a highlighter, or it could be a blush topper, and a blush. Then we have oh my gosh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades. Now these are definitely in a little bit deeper tones, but these are 5 Sydney Grace shades. You've got shimmers and mattes right here. Then you have one of the Makeup Geek shadows. Love Makeup Geek. I still use and love a lot of my Makeup Geek shadows. And then I threw in one of my favorite Divina shades that I think is a little bit under-celebrated, but it's beautiful and works. The reason I picked up this one is it works with a lot of the Sydney Grace shades that's in here. And this is the shade Thalassic. Thalassic is a really beautiful, soft multi-chrome. It's sort of like a grungy green with I would say like almost like mahogany brown burgundy base with the blue shift. I'm just going to say all the colors. So that from Divina is in here as well. So that is why you're going to need the palette. Did I get everything? There's some other bits and baubles, like I said. So this one is the 4K giveaway box. The previous one is the birthday box. All right. So let me just move some of this chaos here so that we can chat. All right. So I'm just going to check and see if we have any comments. So hopefully everybody has dropped their emoji in the comments so that you will be able to get that extra entry. And don't forget to fill out the form. It's in the description box. So you will have, by the way, a week. So I'm giving this until a week from now, midnight on the 26th, if I did the math right. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for being here, supporting me on my journey on this channel. I mean, I still remember even just hitting like 500 subscribers and just being amazed by that. So for all of you that have found my content helpful, or maybe you just find my antics entertaining, whatever it is that keeps you coming back, I really appreciate it. And I love you all so much. And this is just my little way of giving back to you. So I will continue with the Q&A in the future. So that video will be coming down the road at some point. And y'all, we are at 4,300 and something at this point. I did want to mention, and it does say in the form, that this is open to US and Canada residents. I'm so sorry. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. My 5K though, because I do know that I have some international followers, my 5K, I do want to do a nice big celebration. So I will be opening that up internationally. Honestly, you know, the shipping on that has just been kind of like rough in the past. And I've had some like crazy stuff happen with tracking and all of that. So I just sort of like reeled it back in a little bit, but for 5K, we'll be doing it big. So go ahead and subscribe if you aren't already. Please don't forget to like this video on your way out. I do appreciate your time. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you really soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.